All right, the show is on. Uh, Here, what we have here? Huh? We have a woman. We have a woman with naked legs. That is like something, you know. She is going to say some important stuff. For you guys, I'm gonna slide in like a slimy pickup artist.
Oh, oh.
Hello, baby. How are you today? What's up with you? How you feeling? I'm gonna do some physical escalation here, like this. Yeah. And then I will attack.
Seriously?
I will bite her nose. Okay, so
Beware of hot drinks in the hands of your
opponents.
prey.
Pray, yeah.
Prey. NPC. Since it's a game, then some people there should be NPCs.
What is an NPC? Explain the NPC concept. This is a new term, guys. Okay.
It's not a new term. It's old as this world. NPC is a non-player character. And according to my daughter, 50% of population are NPCs, meaning they don't have soul. And yeah, we can discuss it.
You see what happened in the souls of the minds of 13 years old, like they came up with this new terminology about the game. NPC. NPC is a non-playing character.
Practically bought.
So my friend,
Program.
you know, when you do the game, when you do the art of game, you know, you should not become NPC. Let's see what are the characteristics of the NPC. What is that? You know, it's generally say soulless person, like person with no soul, right? That's the NPC.
Yeah.
But there must be more, right? There must be a lot more about this NPC. Yeah,
There
she's
is
like
more.
she wants to now take the microphone.
Okay. Yeah. By the way, it's not just my daughter's theory. Uh, it's um, it's a well-known esoterical theory that a lot of people are here for, I would say, biomass. They are just mass, but they don't have advanced souls. And everybody is speaking about the transition to fourth,
Dimension.
yeah, something like this,
And going to
fourth
the
dimension.
computers, the singularity.
Yes, but apparently not everyone can do this transition to a more advanced dimension. But some people will, maybe 20%, maybe 30%, no one knows. People who have advanced soul.
Okay, only the Illuminati, only the illuminated, and I hope, guys, you are illuminated. So now, let's make this little conversation in the terms of game. Now, what does it mean to be NPC, non-playing character? You go to the woman, you talk to her, you try to tell her how beautiful she is, or whatever you're trying to do, or you're trying to get into her panties, you know?
So basically, you're running the script being an NPC.
Yeah, but you're running the script, but she does not pay attention to you. It must be something that, with the effect that you are not showing a character. So you are a non-character playing entity in the game, and that means you are not doing something right. So the woman look at you and say, just another NPC, non-playing character. That's the word, it has to be stressed, the word character. You know, so you have to grow some balls and some character to do a better game. Yeah, I said it very well. Yeah.
Women are mostly interested in your resources.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
What
that's
a-
how it is. Or even if you don't have enough resources, they're interested in your potential.
Yeah.
So,
That is a very true from a perspective of. This is the truth here. I brought you the truth, guys. Some guys will tell you these things, but they will not bring a woman into the scene to honestly share opinion. So that's, I say, it's like a benefit for me to tell you this thing from a third perspective. So today, On the topic we are going to discuss, very important topic: how obsessive women can be. Some women can be very, very obsessive. So I hope you are in a long-term relationship already. I hope you are married already, or I hope you have a girlfriend that you have some kind of relationship. But, but I want to say, women can be very, very annoying, and this annoyment comes from this little characteristic that within the relationship, or even not within the relationship, they just obsessive. They could be turned into very obsessive beings. So now, today, we are going to discuss this parameter. Women can be very obsessive, and that could be detrimental for your relationship and for your game. Okay, so you, from the perspective of the game, you have to consistently game the woman. I'm sorry that it's like this, but you have to consistently apply game on her. And I said this in many videos before, so you should go and check them out. But if you stop gaming your woman, end of story. You're gonna become NPC, and most likely she will kick you out without you understanding. She will just leave you for another man with more resources and more potential or stuff like that. But let's focus on the obsessiveness. Now, here is a woman. She will tell you everything about how women can be very, very obsessive. I know it's not going to be very nice for her to talk, to tell you the truth, but she will, yeah.
Would you like me to speak from my own experience
Oh,
of
no,
being
no.
an obsessive woman?
Yeah, you can talk in general. The format would be somewhat like you can describe what is this component, then you can ask the question where it comes from. Then you can say that you have a bunch of other friends, women, that are also very obsessive. Then also you can say that some measures to prevent this obsessiveness and how a man should deal, because the reality is that you cannot deal with this obsessiveness if you don't aware, but if once you're aware of this obsessiveness, there are mechanisms, practicality. It's the important part here. Let's hear the opposite sex, the opposite. This is not just the opposite sex. Okay, sorry. This is not just the opposite sex. It is just the opposite opinion. We're gonna create a little drama here. Just let's be honest. Drama is very helpful. For you to watch, you need some drama. I'm gonna punch her in the face first, like on a slow. Oh, wait. She's blocking me, yeah, you see?
Some women can do block. So you've basically put the words into my mouth even before I
Yeah, I know. I
decided what I want to
just
say.
gave you an idea. What is obsessiveness? How could be
I don't know
avoided?
what's obsessiveness. I know. But yeah, first of all, I don't think that anyone should deal and endure someone's obsessiveness because it's not healthy. This is like my personal opinion. Oh, second of all, why it happens? First of all, the woman has deep psychological problems.
Insecurities. No, not deep psychological
This
problems.
is psychological problems. Insecurities is something else. She can be a little jealous, she can be a little controlling, but when it comes to obsessiveness, it's a psychological illness,
Yeah.
a disorder, which needs to be
Cure.
cured. Yes, yeah. I don't know how to deal with this kind of people. It's better to avoid them. Why it can happen? I would like to start with a little lyrical deviation. I have a niece. She is 15, and she once was teaching me how to
Pick up man.
how to basically make a man so obsessed with you that he can't even notice other women.
That's a good
So,
lecture. That's like a lecture for a whole separate
yeah.
video.
So what she told me, it's with this wise face of hers, she told me, "You see, Masha, she's 15, 1-5. She's a teenager.
What a knowledge from a 15 years
Yeah.
old.
She's a pretty girl. A lot of guys like her, but she doesn't like anyone really. So
She likes one guy.
she told me, Masha, you see, there's a thing. You have to go so deep under his skin. You have to make him believe that you are the only option he has, that you are the only one who can, I don't know,
Fulfill his
dreams, who can love him, and there's no one else." And she said it's very easy to do. And then I asked her, "But why would I do that?" And she said, "Oh, there's no other way. Otherwise, they will be looking around for other women." So there's a
Little trick.
there's a bunch of little tricks women are using on you. I'm not that kind of woman.
Thank you.
But yeah, why women become obsessive? Because they don't have life of their own. They probably don't have friends,
Activities.
hobbies, activities, friends, and other opposite sex, I would say, acquaintance they speak to on a regular basis. So the whole world of this woman who is obsessed with you is your world or you. So yeah, this is very dangerous. This is very dangerous for you and for her. At first it might seem pleasant, like, oh my God, I'm so loved, but
She's only about me.
yeah, but at a certain stage you wish she actually had something, to do and someone to talk to but you. So yeah, as a woman, I can say that such a woman needs to broaden her circle of acquaintance and the people she speaks to. She needs to find
Hobby.
maybe hobby,
Interest. Yes.
another obsession, I would say, just to switch her attention.
Somebody else.
No, not somebody else, something else, I would say. And then, but there's always a reason for this obsession, I believe. Like behind any jealousy, there is something which provoked it. Maybe not necessarily all the time, but I would say usually there is a reason for this woman to, I don't know, to not trust you. Admit it. Admit it. Admit it.
Yes, I'm guilty.
Yeah. But what can you do as a guy? I don't know.
I know.
You just help her if you love her. Help her find something else, and make her believe that you are the one she can trust. That's it. That's pretty much it. It's always trust issues
Oh, yeah.
behind any obsession. If you cannot do it, then I'm sorry. Find another girl. Find another woman who won't be obsessed. And by the way, in any relationship, there will be one person who loves more and one person who chases other person. And you as a man, if you like this scenario when someone's chasing you, maybe it's your type of woman. Otherwise, I don't know. Find someone you can chase. It's a very bad suggestion. If you are married, then don't listen to me. Try to work on your relationship. Try to involve her in your everyday life. Try to introduce her to your friends, and maybe she'll find other friends. I don't know. This is my suggestion.
Okay, I have to. Opa, thank you for the. I have a few things to say here, good things. They will help you for sure. There is something called intent. In the game there is intent. In a relationship also there is intent. In a marriage also there is something called intent. There's no how to describe intent. Very simple. I tried to describe intent to a woman in my car just a few days ago, and she could not get it because women do not understand intent. So I'm gonna translate it in let's say in pickup artist term. What is the intent from a perspective of a pickup artist? You go to a woman and you say, "Here is me. Hello, how are you? Blah blah blah." You start rolling your scripts if you have any. If you don't, we are working on a book. Okay, that's a time for advertisement. We are working on a book. Let me get this cigarette because you will think I'm an unhealthy person. Yeah. Uh, if you go to a woman, you start with first your intent. Show off your integrity. I am a man, you're a woman. There is something, it's going to be. The intent could be first, you can just try to get into her panties. Let's be frank here. They are nice creatures, the women. But the intent in a relationship might be something else. The intent in a relationship might be to keep the relationship. The intent in a marriage might be just to keep with the marriage. So you see, intent, it's a very broad thing. Sometimes the pickup artists narrow this term intent to just to get into her panties because that's the most important thing, as we know. But the intent is important. So now if you are dealing with obsessive woman, you should know your intent. The intent could be either A or B. Either A, keep the relationship, try to work out the relationship. The intent could be there's no more future with this woman and you have to do the hard thing. You have to leave the woman, as she suggested, if you cannot. But also this only depends on your intent. That's what I'm trying to stress here. What you want to do in your life. Because once you get to obsessive woman, whatever you want to do with your life is not going to work because she is too obsessive and she will always make she is a better communicator and she will always communicate some bits of information that will bother you. So if your intent is to keep the relationship, here is what you're going to do. You will introduce her to your circle, you will introduce her to some activity or a hobby, and she will be not so with the time. It will take some weeks, maybe a month, maybe a couple of months, but soon or later she will be grounded in something else, and then you will not be the center of her universe. And the obsessiveness will subside. Okay? That's a good plan. If your intent is to keep this relationship, that's what you should do. Now, if you have the intent not to keep the woman, you should act immediately. You should leave her right away and find somebody else that is not that obsessive. So you only basically have, I don't like this A or B policy. It has to be always something else. It's always something else. That could be, instead of looking like the Democrats and the Republicans, you should always look like from the perspective of the nuances. And the nuances are the essence of game. But again, it depends on your intent. You should know for yourself. You should project yourself in the future and see yourself, and you can ask the question, hey, what's my future with this obsessive woman? Is there any future? Does she have some characteristic that you love so much? So you can say to yourself, well, let me try this practical advices from Ivan and try to smooth her obsessiveness, and you propose some ideas to her and see how she will react. Maybe she will fix herself up, and maybe she will not. But again, the intent is important here. What you want to do with your life, not with her life. It's always first is always you. I said this many times in my channel. You should put yourself first. I learned this from some guy in business. Believe it or not, he has this concept, and he said something like this: it's always me first. First is me. then it's my family and my business and da 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 da. And why is this first you concept? Or there are some people in business that say pay yourself first, and nobody somehow managed to pay himself first. But why is it important for you to put yourself first? Because when you put yourself first, you will be able to hold your ground and you will take rational decisions. But if you put the woman first, then you will go against yourself. And once you go against yourself, your integrity, which is the most important component for men to keep, your integrity will be somewhat no longer integrity. And then you're going to become a man that you are not supposed to become. And as soon as this happens, the woman will sense it and she will leave you. That's how it is. It's basically you put yourself first, like physical shape, health, money, relationship, because after all, you are one person. You will be always you. Like another guru of mine said, you will be always alone in this universe, no matter what your relationships will be. And yesterday, actually, we made a nice video in my other channel about, what was that? About,
It was about healthy relationship.
yeah, the relationship. You basically are in relationship with the universe, the opposite sex, your items, your car, your employer, your employees. You are always in a relationship, but the most important relationship is the relationship with
Yourself.
That's right. So go to my other channel, Why Not Ask, and check this video. It's important to be in good terms with yourself, because if you're not in good terms with yourself, you will be like half-broken person, and nobody will care about. They will care, but you will lose the game. In a long-term game, you will be a B player, a loser, NPC, or whatever. You will just lose whatever you want. Yeah, I said it pretty well. I'm sorry for my grammatical errors, but I hope you get the idea. So now, let's go back to the obsessive components. Yeah.
So much
I'm trying to
emphasis on obsessiveness of other people, because I think it's very unhealthy and it shouldn't be
discuss.
tolerated.
Yeah,
I
it
would
should not be
say.
tolerated. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I want to say something very important. Yeah, I'm sorry to take the microphone, but just a very good practical exercise. This is a value of $1,000 I'm giving you here. All these coaches that will take your money and will teach you game and will tell you this, do that. I'm going to tell you one trick here. There was times in your life when you was super obsessed with a woman. So now a practical exercise for you, it would be get a notebook and write down your behavior. A notebook, like on a piece of paper, carry it in your back pocket. And when you are in that situation, obsessive person, when you become one obsessive guy with this special one, the only one, and I cannot even look at other women just because of this one. Now write down your behavior and your thoughts, and understand this simple exercise will give you a clue how some other people might be obsessive, and you will start seeing these little glimpses and behaviors in the opposite sex and even in your friends. Now, obsessiveness is not just between man and a woman. I have some friends, men guys, and she would say to me, I have this feeling that these friends of yours are your little bitches. She's...
Not all of them.
Yeah, not all of them, but some of them. And maybe these guys are obsessed with me. There's nothing to... I'm not going to...
It's not sexual.
It's not sexual, yeah, but I'm saying here a good practical advice for you to understand obsessiveness is yourself. When you have been obsessed or when you are obsessed with someone, instead of just being obsessed, the easiest way to get yourself out of your mind is to write down your thoughts, behaviors, movements, actions. Just write like a book. We're gonna call it your diary of obsessive compulsive behaviors. And, the next day when you read this, you will be like, wow, is this me? Wow, I could not believe, yeah, that's you.
It's a self-observation, which is very, very useful when you try to learn a little bit more about yourself, or when
But
you
on
try
paper,
to correct.
but on paper, that's all I'm saying. On paper, if you just think about it, it's not gonna work. That's all I'm saying. If it's on paper, it works like magic. Yeah, you can continue. Thank you. I go with my bad habits. Yeah.
Yes, I would say obsessed women. I think it's a little bit less seldom phenomenon than obsessed men, or maybe just my assumptions, whatever.
We don't know. Actually, we do not know.
Guys, if you are a man and you are obsessed with someone, just imagine if the same amount of energy you
Put into this obsession.
you forward into, yes, someone, a girl, a woman, I don't know, a guy. If the same amount of energy could be used
To go to the gym,
not just to go to the gym, to any
other activity.
other activity, let's say math, computer science, art, writing, sports. Can you imagine how successful you could be? So sometimes it's useful to think like where my energy goes and why my energy goes to this particular person. Let me try using like a little bit of this energy to, let's say, go to gym, as you said, or
if you only-
learn something new.
I'm sorry, I'm very, like always cutting off people, but I want to give this practical advices. If you only take 50% of your obsession with a woman and put it in the gym, I guarantee you, in 2 years you will look like Schwarzenegger.
Less than that, yes. Same thing with women too, and I don't know if women will watch this channel. Most likely, yes, because
Women will
out
not
of
watch this channel.
out of curiosity. Hey,
This channel is prohibited for women. This is only men channel. Don't believe her, all her like stuff. But they will be like this women, like, nah, I don't agree with this. This is not right. This is not well. Say, do the voice.
no, no. If you are an obsessed woman, it's pretty much similar
Yeah.
advice. Just cut this relationship, stop them, and find someone else who will be obsessed with you, who will give you enough attention, and maybe even a couple of guys, I would say. Sorry, it sounds very rude.
It's the abundance
But this is
concept.
this is the truth of life. Yes, if you have a couple of people who give you this energy, you are not losing your own energy, and guess what? You can use your energy for more important things and for more constructive things. So it can be probably used by men and women both. It's a genderless, it's a gender neutral advice, I would say.
All my advices are gender neutral. I practice liberation of the sexes, but they will stay for thousands and thousands of years. The sex will stay. I mean, like the polarization, the yin and yang of the universe will not change. It doesn't matter how many LGB, CGB, SBC, MC, PC, MISI, all these new terms and they come up with, they cannot go against nature. Generally, it's going to be the man and the woman, and some will be obsessed, okay? So,
So if you're obsessed with a man or a woman, stop. Just stop it and be obsessed with freaking saving hungry children in Africa, and it will be more useful. So this is a
hey, I like this video that you sent me. She sent me once a nice video. It was like 5 seconds or 10 seconds about a person that cannot stop. And what is it? What was the video? It was funny video, but it was generally saying, stop it.
the best advice if you can't I don't know, overcome something, a bad habit, or I don't know, something else. Just stop it, just freaking stop it. And
We should find the video and put it in the description of this thing. Yeah, we'll find the video for you. If you don't see it in the description, it means that we didn't find it. But it's a 10 minutes, 10 seconds video that is mind-blowing video.
yeah, and if you can't stop, because it's easier said than done, just whenever you feel this obsession, go out, start running, I don't know, start exercising, open a book, read some biochemistry. There are so many techniques to switch your attention.
Create a lightsaber. Tell them about the lightsaber.
Yes, create a lightsaber plasma.
What was the channel? The Hacksmith
Hacksmith industry or something like this.
Industry. Yeah, go entertain yourself with Hacksmith's industry.
Yeah,
And that's like
create something. I think all this obsession can lose its strength in a creative process. So write something, sing a song, dance, I don't know, paint something.
too long. It's 30 minutes video.
Okay, so we're taking our time. Yeah, guys. So I wish you to never be obsessed, and I wish you to never have obsessed